none of us can do it alone. Together, we have a chance. We can avenge the wrongs caused by all these villains.
We can be Avengers.
Our world's about to break.
Hello! This is Elijah from Sizzling Gaming, and we're back with more Marvel Avengers Alliance. This time, I'm going to show off Black Panther, because he might not be one of the best tacticians in the game. But I do think he's a very good specialization character. With the right team and the right setup, he can be very deadly. I'm going to show you 3 matches, 3 different teams, and just show you what he can do. The first match that we're going to get into is one of the more obvious ones. You gotta remember what Black Panther is. He's a big bleeding character. He's, exploits bleeding, gives bleeding, etc., etc. So I'm going to put him with Elektra. I've mentioned before in my other videos, I do enjoy her. I think she's pretty solid, pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and throw him in a match with Elektra, and we're going to see how that plays out. First off, let's go ahead and see the ISO setup that I have for Black Panther here. Alright, and as you can see that I built him up towards attack and accuracy, and I went ahead and added some health, because I usually don't protect too much. Well, before when I used him before, I didn't protect, and I just kind of upgraded ISOs. I need to change them around. What I would suggest is going a little bit more attack with the setup that you'll see I'm using, a little bit more attack and accuracy, just to make him hit as hard as he can, which already does pretty good already. Is someone I saw said he hits like a grown-ass man. And so I went ahead and put 3 steady, 2 powerful, and 1 strong on here. And I would probably suggest just adding, the next I'm going to add are just probably violent. Just to go ahead and get him a little bit more attack and accuracy in there. But let's go ahead and get into the match. You've seen Elektra's setup from the last video, but I will go ahead and put it up just for a second so you guys can see it, just see what I did with her. And just a brief overview, I went 3 strong, 1 relentless, 2 powerful. She's really weak in health, so I thought I'd give her a little bit extra health just to make that better. But the next ones I'll probably add are just more powerful, just to keep the health a little bit higher and a little bit more attack. Alright, so here we go with the match. And we're going up against a Rescue and Psylocke team here. Yeah, this is a pretty typical defense team I've seen quite a bit with Psylocke and Rescue on the group. But it goes ahead and puts Sonic Shadow, mental coordination. With Elektra, as you saw in the other video that focused on, Elektra, I do enjoy putting Rain of Blood on them first. I think it gives, it's nice to get internal bleeding on at least one of them on each person in the party. And right here, Rescue is going to do Flyby, but due to Elektra's passive Master Assassin, she preemptive counter, dodge, and then we'll get a counter follow-up, which gives, that's going to be 3 stacks of internal bleeding on Rescue. And look at her health right now. At that point, she's damn near dead at that point. So, early in the match, she's already down good. Does Reconstruction Matrix, gets a decent amount of health back, 5,000. But it's still not too great. But we have right here, I go for Wakandan Arts, just hoping to take advantage of the 3 bleeding on there and go ahead and kill her. But the second hit misses. Blood Curse. Boom, Devour hit. Yet again, they dodge. Don't know why, but they did. And so here I go ahead and do Shepherd's Staff. Yet again, I will go ahead and say not for the healing. I know I've said that a few times before, but I don't use it for healing. I do it for the extra turns. Power Cell Mark III, get the Void Generator, let that put up the shield, take off the debuffs. I try to decide here if I want to take it off of, my actual thought was Psylocke. Do I want to get rid of her or Rescue? But I figured at this point in the match, Rescue is honestly probably the biggest deal, because she can just keep healing and healing and healing, and that's not what needs to be done. And coming up, the agent uses, I believe, specimen scanners. And let's see, it puts suitable patient, which honestly I'm not sure what that does. I'm not gonna lie to you. Mental coordination, combat reflexes, but I know it puts radiation exposure on. Heavy size goes ahead and puts some internal bleeding on him. due to what he has to reduce damage, it's not going to do too much, but it's always nice to have something on there. Psylocke does a ton of damage right there. She almost killed Elektra, which that was close. Not gonna lie, the psychic went right through the void generator, like it didn't even matter. Kinetic shields put up on rescue, of course. Gotta protect her. Psychic knives. I'm surprised that didn't hurt Black Panther more than it did. I guess building up that health a little bit really did help. He's gonna put Dizzy on him. Follow the lead. Here we go. 2 turns each person. Let's see. 2 turns, everyone except Agent, I should go ahead and say. Assassinate, I go for it, but it doesn't hit. And Assassinate doesn't quite hit, which is a mistake. So we go after, go ahead and do Rain of Blood on everybody. Keep her hobbled, keep her attacks from being stealthy. Same thing with Psylocke. Make it possible to counter, make it possible to preemptively counter with Master Assassin. Which, coming up, is just what's going to happen, I believe. Rescue's going to try to be slick and do flyby onto Elektra. And wait, status reset? No, you're not going to get rid of my internal bleeding. Here we go, Master Assassin, heavy size, and that's the end of Rescue right there. See, not much bleeding, but it's enough. Black Panther gets his go now. Going to put on Heart of the Panther, I believe. And let's go ahead and do Panther Stance. I love the animation for this. It's simple, but I like the way the cape flows. Alright, so here we go. We've got the powered up moves. And look at that damage. Boom, boom. Dead. Agent doesn't stand a chance. Alright, and Psylocke is right there. But he's already got moves. So let's see. She's still getting health back from the reconstruction matrix. Mental coordination. It's going to give her the Sonic Shadow, which is going to make her a little bit more difficult to hit. Which I'm hoping that the stealthy attacks actually make a difference here. And there, hitter, devour, misses. Wakandan arts. And yet again, dodge, which, yeah, it's tough with all the dodging going on. Anti-metal claws puts a little bit more bleeding on her. Here we go, counter attack. Okay, didn't do too much. Yet again, thanks to health ISO. And now she can actually bleed since the agent is gone. So that's always positive. Just to be safe, I know I've most likely got this fight in the bag, but even so, I like to, go through the full motions, put up the void generator shield, or put up the void shield. Just keep it like it was normal. She hits me with the Cybolts, does decent damage, but right there, boom, dies of bleeding out. But let's go ahead and get to the next match we got for you, which is, the character might surprise you, because it's Iron Man in the Mark 42 armor with Black Panther. I changed my setup a little bit for this one. I kept the Shepherd staff in because I do like the 2 turns, and I'm keeping Iron Man as a blaster. But I'll put the Kazuri back. I want to protect because both of these can be killed pretty easily, especially with Iron Man if Magneto shows up. That's just not fun. But I put the Kazuri on to protect and to go a little bit with the bleeding. Sinister Scepter to keep me alive, keep me phased, kind of like a just little ace in the hole just in case. And the Scroll of Ingolob. Since I don't have the Void Generator, I want something to take off debuffs and to take off buffs from them. So let's look at the ISOs. You already saw the ISOs from Black Panther. But let's look at the ISOs for Iron Man now. On him, I went with 4 steady, 3 violent, and 1 strong, if I remember correctly. I'd probably, with the setup I'm using now, as you can see a lot of the characters I'm showing in these videos, I haven't really used a ton with the setups that I'm currently using. But I would probably change his health. Keep it lower a little bit since I am protecting and keeping him healed and whatnot. Or not necessarily healed. But just keeping him protected. And if you put him with something like Iron Fist or something, you can just keep him healed. So I might add more to attack. I need to upgrade his ISO, as you can clearly see. But let's go ahead and get back into the match here. We're going to be going up against a Wolverine and a Nightcrawler team. Alright, we got X-Men going on here. So I'm starting off the match, so I do Shepherd Staff. I want to get those 2 turns that you've heard I love so much. It's just so nice to have 2 people go back to back, follow the lead. Wolverine could be a problem, but I'm a bruiser, I apologize. So I could get enraged and take him down, call for backup and all that, but right here we got Nightcrawler who's protecting, trying to save his team. Should have went phase. That's the one trouble with him. If he protects and he doesn't go, and he doesn't just poof because he's got such little health. But right here, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go for this blaster, right? Because I'm a tactician. But no, come at me, bub. He just protects, gets some bleeding, which will only last 1 round since it's Wolverine. The best there is does activate right here, and he gets a turn. I believe he does Savage Rend. Yep, on me, I protect. Boom, done. Can't hit me. And I'm in this match, I was honestly mostly worried about Wolverine. I mean, Nightcrawler's there. I didn't think he had potential to kill me. I was worried about not killing him because, in my experience, he happens to dodge quite a bit. That's the first time I've seen the Stalker in PvP. I'm surprised, but here we go. Missile Bombardment by Iron Man, stealthy. So we get Burning, Bleeding, like 1.2 or 1200k a pop, Burning almost 3000k a pop. So Combat Reflexes, Dizzy. There you go, Panther. Let's get this Wakandan strength. I'm holding the line, follow the lead, all that stuff. You know how it works, Shepherd Staff by now. All right, Wolverine, what you got? What you got planned? What do you have planned? Oh, okay, so you're just gonna Savage Rend again. You are trying, aren't you? You are trying your best, but you're not gonna succeed. I'm sorry. Right there, Wakandan Arts. Go ahead and take advantage of that blaster class. I'm surprised they didn't counter. They've been countering the whole match. So go into Panther stance. Going to get these nice buffs for Black Panther. This is when he really starts to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this damage. Let's see, right here. Boom, boom. It's not fantastic. It's not as much as you can do, but it's a kill. So that's all that I really care about. Wakandan Arts again. I will get a follow-up attack with Anti-Metal Claws. Get that other bleeding on there. Look at this, Berserker Rage. Here we go. That's a nice attack. Nice. Well, that's the newest attack for Wolverine that he got in that buff a while back. Here we go. Bleeding. Power Cell Mark 3. What's he got planned? I'm surprised they even used the Power Cell. And, yeah. Let's see what you do. Because at this point, yeah, the AI really does suck. It's shoddy at best. Power Cell, I tried it, but it just didn't work out too well because every time it seemed like every time I fight them, they do Power Cell, and it doesn't really follow up with anything important. Like, he's got the, I think, Sonic Blaster in his hand, and should have used that. But right there, you saw the High Energy Laser killed Wolvie, and right there, the Heartbreaker Unibeam from Iron Man gets the kill on the agent. And that's a solid team with him because of the stealthy attacks from Iron Man. They give bleeding. If you have a nice agent to protect, that can be a very solid team. So that's one that you might not expect. That does work pretty well. But the next one's going to be another bleed team because I honestly, let's be real here. That's where Black Panther shines. But it's going to be with X-23, the PvP character from a while back. I'm still unsure about her. I like her, but she always seems to be so unsafe, especially with the amount of blasters that used to be out there. But now it's a little bit better since there was ways to protect, to keep her safe and all. But let's go ahead and get right into that match. But let's go ahead and look at the ISOs for X-23 really quick. You can look back and see the Black Panther ones. I've got 5 stalwarts on her, 1 violent and 2 relentless, if I think right. Let me look really quick. Actually, they're steady. 2 steady ISOs are the purple. But that's pretty much it. Just, yet again, I need to take away a little bit of health from her because of the lack, there's still some out there, but the lack of blasters as compared to what it used to be. Add to it that I'm protecting and try to stay phased to keep her alive a little bit more. I could change that for sure. But let's go ahead and get right back into the match here. Alright, now we all know this defensive team. This is the big hot team of the tournament. P5 Cyclops and White Crown Phoenix. So let's see, we got a Scrapper agent. I used to use Scrapper all the time before I realized I need to start protecting people. Blades of Rage, get some bleeding. Not internal bleeding though, but it does a little bit more damage overall than Elektra's. But bleeding, put that on there. Hope he doesn't have something to take it off with. Which most people tend to be taking out either the Ingolab in that case. But let's see how this goes. Cyclops taking forever to get back in the fight. Morale boost. Why can't you just do it all at one time? Come on now. Right here, a little bit worried at that point because that did hit me kind of hard. But it gave me enraged, so I wasn't too upset. And we get Berserker Rage trigger sent, which means she's going to get that follow-up attack. Look at the stats for that attack. It's already buffed up pretty well. Excuse me. Anti-Metal Claws, get that on Jean. No one's protecting, so I have free roam at the blaster. Heart of the Panther, and then let's see. Yeah, I know. Get back in the fight. Now, what I do up here is a little bit risky right here, because look at the deck could kill her, and it comes mighty close. I mean, I didn't want to kill her because I saw she was next. That's just what I did not want. But I really didn't think it would, kind of took that risk. I wanted to get Black Panther ready for his next turn so I can just straight up use... Oh my god, that almost killed her. That one attack. See what I mean by X-23 is just like blaster cannon fodder. I mean, that almost killed her right there. So, a little bit of health that I can give you. Here you go. Shepherd's Staff, that time a little bit for the health. Not much, though, because it doesn't do too much. Death and Rebirth, yes, I know. I'm not sure why that procced Elite, but... Alright, let's see. Sinister Scepter, I need to go phased. This might kill due to my Enraged. Boom. Oh, yeah, 8,000. I know it's not that much, but for that situation, it's just right. Cyclops, Evasive Maneuvers. Here we go, Combat Expertise. That can be really dangerous. Optic Blast, he goes for me, but I'm phased. So, to each his own on that one. Follow the lead. We all know what this is going to do. Here we go. Let's see. Let's go ahead and kill. These boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. That agent is dead, and Cyclops, I am coming for you. Here we go. Snicked. Boom, boom. Followed by Berserker Rage, which is going to grant me another. Here we go. Wait for it. Snicked. 1, 2. Dead. And you see the potential of that team. That was a pretty simple one to take down, but you see how that could work well if you had a way to protect X-23, which I did, but the Psychic went right through it. But yeah, that's going to be it for right now. I'll get some more videos up soon. Yet again, remember to look out for more coverage on other games coming soon whenever I get the chance to upload them and commentate on them and whatnot. But if you guys got any suggestions of something you'd want to see, PvP Tournament Season 10, I believe, ends tonight, so get your matches in. Alright, well, I'm going to go now get some matches in myself. Alright, later guys, peace.